Justin Bieber fans go wild over hidden photo of baby Jack Blues sitting on Hailey's lap. If you like the video, please subscribe and comment. The singer posted a casual snap from Coachella weekend, but fans were quick to spot a surprise appearance from his baby boy, Jack. Justin Bieber may have shared a low-key photo from his Coachella trip, but fans had their eyes locked on one small, adorable detail: the presence of his baby son, Jack Blues Bieber. Perched quietly on Hailey Bieber's lap, the 8-month-old made an unexpected appearance that sent believers into a full-blown frenzy in the comments. The black-and-white Instagram post shows Justin relaxing with friends, but eagle-eyed fans were quick to notice the barely visible baby tucked beside Hailey. Hidden in the photo is a cute baby boy, one fan wrote. Others chimed in immediately. "I see baby Jack chilling, and baby Jack is there." It's a rare glimpse of the couple's son, who was born in August 2024 and has remained mostly out of the spotlight since. But this quiet cameo had fans completely captivated, melting over the intimate family moment captured during one of music's biggest weekends. Coachella vibes and camera drama. The sweet family photo follows a whirlwind weekend for Justin and Hailey, who traveled to Indio, California, for the first round of Coachella 2025. While Hailey appeared to be enjoying the desert getaway with her inner circle including Kendall and Kylie Jenner, Justin had a less-than-chill moment with paparazzi. But on Thursday, the singer was caught on video confronting photographers outside a Palm Springs coffee shop. In a visibly irritated mood, he accused them of chasing money over humanity, repeating "money, money, money," while mimicking a cash-counting gesture with his fingers. "You don't care about human beings," he shouted, urging them to leave the area. Despite the outburst, Hailey seemed unfazed, posting cheerful Instagram stories from her Coachella crew hangout. One clip, reshared from Kylie Jenner, showed the sisters taking vodka shots during a workout session, with Hailey cheekily captioning it, "A workout plus vodka equals Coachella." A glimpse into Bieber family life, though their desert getaway came with a dash of drama, fans were mostly focused on one thing: baby Jack. The tiny guest appearance on Hailey's lap reminded fans that the Biebers are in a new chapter, one that blends fame with family, chaos with calm, and if this latest post is any hint, baby Jack Blues Bieber might just be the next heartthrob of the Bieber clan. Justin Bieber uses negative attention to fuel new venture that could alter his brand image. After weeks of cryptic posts, Bieber officially teased a new apparel and lifestyle line that has fans flooding his comments with excitement. Justin Bieber knows how to keep the internet talking, and this time, it's not about his music or personal life. After a string of puzzling social media posts, the global pop icon unveiled what appears to be the launch of a brand new lifestyle and apparel venture. It started with 9 visually striking Instagram images featuring minimalistic, colored circles, each marked with a sleek, unfamiliar logo. At first, fans were left guessing. Was it a new album? A fashion collaboration? A social experiment? All Bieber included was a tag to a new, mysterious Instagram account, @SKYLRK, which at the time had no content, no followers, and no context. It was a classic Bieber move. Leave breadcrumbs, let the internet run wild, and then drop something big. The big reveal: fashion, accessories, and vibes. Soon after, Bieber gave fans what they were waiting for. A second post showcased a series of products, all branded with the same circular logo. A red hoodie tucked into a bag, several stylish pairs of sunglasses in colors like dusty pink, wax, and toasty, and a glossy blue phone case were revealed, offering a glimpse into the aesthetic of what could be Bieber's next era. The caption? A single chef emoji, hinting that this launch has been in the works behind the scenes for a while. Fans immediately flooded the comments. "Yes, chef," one user wrote. Others declared, "Need it all," and "Okay, I need this case right now." Though no official product descriptions or drop dates were released, The buzz is undeniable, reinvention or expansion. Bieber's pivot into fashion and lifestyle branding isn't entirely new. He's dipped into streetwear with his Drew House label, but this feels different. The clean branding, cryptic rollout, and elevated product styling suggest a more refined, possibly global brand play. Whether Skylark becomes a full-blown label or a creative collective, it's clear Bieber is steering his brand into fresh territory. After a quieter period in the spotlight, this move could represent a reinvention not just of his public image, but of his long-term role as a tastemaker beyond the music charts. And if the fan response is any indication, he's cooking up something big. There's a simple reason we owe Justin Bieber more respect. Nearly 20 years on, the videos look like grainy real-life footage from the seconds before a dream comes true. A Canadian boy in his early teens named Justin Bieber, his fringe flicked like a perfect heartthrob in training, wanders of bedrooms sporting Bart Simpson and Tupac posters, singing Chris Brown's With You. Now here, he is idling nervously at a microphone in a school hall, clad in a shirt and tie, awaiting the first notes of Neo's So Sick from a CD player. Or busking with a guitar on the steps of his local train station in Stratford, Ontario, trying to raise money for a trip to Disney World, as loiterers chatter or chow down on sandwiches along to his cherubic soul warbles. The accompanying notes from his mother Patty Millett, too, sound so politely hopeful in their ambition to use the new possibilities of the internet to turn her son into a star. Justin made it to the final 3 in the local singing competition, reads one. Justin singing Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake, reads another, with the helpful clarification, Justin Bieber sounds like Bieber. The irony simply squeals out of the screen that these train station loungers and pushy talent show parents, even the then 13-year-old artist himself, have no idea that Bieber would soon become a phenomenon, the world's first YouTube pop sensation and global teen superstar, boasting professional relationships with Usher, Frank Ocean, and Ludacris, and a 4 million-selling US #1 debut album My World 2.0. Released 15 years ago last month, the industry at that time for a cute, young male artist for every girl to fall in love with, and for every boy to emulate, says Mama Jan Smith, the singer and producer, who was hired as Bieber's vocal coach in 2008 ahead of his first major tour. She cites a lineage from Elvis through Michael Jackson and Timberlake to Bieber's breakthrough. He filled that moment in time and in history. It was the collision of his true talent with technology and timing. In the late 2000s, a pop world dominated by global TV star searches such as The Factor and America's Got Talent had yet to tire of an overnight obscurity to superstar story. Now here was a new tech twist. In 2008, Atlanta mover and shaker Scooter Braun, now infamous for his high-profile dispute with Taylor Swift over ownership of her album masters, was trying to find clips of a different singer when he accidentally clicked on Millett's video of Bieber singing Neo at the talent show. Impressed, he tracked the teenager down by contacting the theater in the video and his school, eventually finding Millett and convincing her to fly Bieber to Atlanta to record demos with Usher. But not before encouraging the young singer to continue building his YouTube fanbase. I said, Justin, sing like there's no one in the room. But let's not use expensive cameras, Braun told the New York Times in 2009. We'll give it to kids, let them do the work so that they feel like it's theirs. Bieber's videos were already beginning to gain traction. I had 100 views, then 1,000 views, then 10,000 views, so I just kept posting more videos and more videos, he later told Good Morning America. A bidding war to sign the teenager was soon underway between Usher and Timberlake. Usher won. 2 megastar Justins in one deal was considered too confusing for pop fans, and united with Braun to form their own label Raymond Braun Media Group, RBMG, to manage Bieber's career. Usher introduced him to the press as a young phenomenon, and sold him to fans as the epitome of the millennial teen dream, but with an aspirational undercurrent of encroaching maturity that was likely to strike a chord with a generation being web-sped towards adulthood. His 2009 debut single, One Time, for example, was an adorable puppy love song slathered in clubland R&B beats. Its video featured Bieber taking over Usher's mansion for a rebellious skateboards by the pool party, like Home Alone crossed with a butter wouldn't melt Animal House. It worked. Bieber fever swept the world's stream-era fangirls, soon dubbed Beliebers. With the swift emergence of debut EP My World, rushed out of his first sessions to catch the wave, the teenager charted in 14 countries and became the first artist ever to have 7 songs hit the Billboard 200 from a debut release. His appearances at shopping mall performances were swamped with adoring fans, and he soon overtook Lady Gaga as the most searched name on the internet, responsible for 3% of all global traffic. There is just something already about him. James Bunton, one of the writers and producers on One Time, told Billboard in 2019, "I don't even know if it was the record. It felt like, a lot of times, he was bigger than the records. Everything was moving so fast that it was hard to stop and take in what was really happening." Nasri, producer on My World 2.0 Smith, remembers Bieber's first rush of success as truly overwhelming. In 2008 and 2009, social media wasn't even really a thing yet, she says, and seeing all the young fans, mostly young girls, who had discovered Justin on YouTube was both fascinating and somewhat staggering. When he truly started communicating with his fans, it was like a freight train hit us. A one-time child star himself, Usher took care to manage Bieber's success delicately. He was tutored for 3 hours a day while on tour and coached intensely on how to handle early onset fame. But there was a revealing honesty to Bieber's songs and interviews that set him apart from previous musical prodigies. One early track, Where Are You Now?, found him singing about the emotional impact of his father Jeremy leaving the family when Bieber was 3 years old. It was never released as a single, says Smith, who produced the song and helped Bieber craft its redemptive bridge, which broke my heart because I think a lot of young people could have related to his heart and sentiment. In a 2010 interview with The Guardian, Bieber was also extremely open about his mother's life mistakes. "She drank," he said, while praising her for turning her life around to care for him. "She probably did drugs and stuff, and she told me about it because she said she did enough bad stuff for the both of us. I don't need to do it because she already did it." Those that worked with Bieber at this time were keen to nurture his maturing talent rather than hobble him with throwaway bubblegum pop songs. Everybody was making all these viewless kid records, producer Bruce Wayne of Midi Mafia told Billboard. "We gave him real songs. They were older than him, but young enough to sing." Among those songs was Better, a contribution from one of Wayne's regular songwriting team, Lonnie Bro, later to become Better, known as Frank Ocean. "They both had 2 different swags," Wayne said. "Frank knew what he wanted to do and how he wrote songs. Better was all already in pocket. Justin just took that and did his own thing to it." With puberty looming like a deep-voiced destroyer, The Guardian described it as the biggest threat to his career. There was no time to waste in getting the teen idol-era Bieber down on record. My World 2.0, posited as a sequel to the EP, was recorded in a storm of creativity and collaboration for the then 15-year-old. "He had tremendous energy and was always gregarious and fun," says Smith. "But he was truly gifted and was driven to achieve. Justin is creative and has always been a very quick learner. He brought a lot to sessions even as a young artist and is a natural entertainer." Nasri, a Canadian singer and one half of the Messengers duo who produced 2 tracks on the album, recalls the young Bieber being eager to evolve in the studio, between bonding like brothers over bouts of ping pong. "He was an absolute sponge and a real music guy, even as a teenager," he says. "He's always been hands-on with the music and does it in a really fun way." A lot of times he wanted to add more soul to the vocals and really use his R&B influences. That Bieber's voice was showing signs of loosening from his youthful soprano actually made My World 2.0 even more relatable to his fans. Here was a singer audibly growing up across the course of the record. And key to his evolution was recruiting Atlanta rapper Ludacris to provide some urban grit and a verse about his own teenage love life to the doo-wop-inspired lead single Baby. The song duly became a career-making smash, selling 12 million copies and holding the title of YouTube's most viewed video for over 2 years after release. My World 2.0 shot to #1, the first album to debut atop the US charts since the Beatles won in 2000, and Bieber embarked on an 88-date tour as the world's biggest emerging pop star, grossing $53 million, £41 million. In the process, he drifted increasingly out of reach. The boy next door shipped out to the big city. The closest most fans could get to him was by joining the endless stream of pre-show meet and greets lasting just long enough for a smile and a selfie. But by incorporating Loverboy synth-pop, Jamaican dancehall, Motown swing and Eurodisco electronics, My World 2.0 was a record, just like early releases by the Jackson 5 or Britney Spears, capable of making its teen pop audience feel at the epicenter of a major cultural shift. And, this time, a wider one than they could possibly have imagined. Amid all of Bieber's subsequent scandals, arrests, celebrity squeezes, most famously with Selena Gomez, mental health revelations, and 150 million album sales, as Nasri points out, we often forget that he's the first YouTube pop star. Acts such as Arctic Monkeys had built early fan bases on MySpace before, but traditional radio and media had done a lot of the heavy lifting to make them big-league success stories. Bieber did the media rounds too, but his star was already in organic ascent, his videos attracting millions of views. Here was the first major act mainline direct from the brave new world of streaming and into the hard-beating hearts of young pop fans. Nasri recalls the album's success as a clear sign that this is how artists were going to get discovered now, and Smith agrees. Everything was moving so fast that it was hard to stop and take in what was really happening, she says. Without a doubt, Justin Bieber was the artist who set that trend. Never before had any other artist been launched on a worldwide tech platform, and it worked. 15 years later, and with Bieber now boasting 32 billion views on YouTube alone, all industry eyes are on whoever's soundtracking the next TikTok trend or scoring big on Spotify. Major labels scour social media rather than grassroots clubs or talent contests in the hope of bagging the next Justin Bieber. Justin's success clearly opened up the entire internet door as today's artist discovery platform, says Smith. But she warns that the Bieber method has had its downsides. We're at a point now where the market is entirely flooded with a plethora of artists all seeking the same breakthrough, which makes it very difficult for one to be seen and heard anymore, for better or worse. It's definitely Bieber's world now. Thank you guys.